I'm not going to say episode 5 completely redeemed The Acolyte, but for me, it was among the best episodes of Star Wars TV. We're more than halfway through The Acolyte, so here's what I think is working and what isn't, just based on the show itself, because honestly, the toxic discourse around this thing can catch the nearest Purgle to a faraway galaxy. So let's start with this. I found the backstory in episode 3 to be pretty compelling. The dilemma a community goes through when it has to give up a child to the Jedi is really rich material, and I think worth exploring. In that way, this episode felt like a live-action version of a Star Wars Visions episode, for example. And I appreciated how the show encouraged the audience to see both sides of the argument. They're trying to do a bit of that in episode 5 as well. And Jodie Turner-Smith was excellent. That said, its climax felt a little bit rushed and made it obvious that the show is hiding something. Also, I didn't think that Leah and Laura Brady, who played the younger versions of May and Osha, were very good. Episode 4 was the weakest of the series for me so far. And while I appreciated some of the creature designs and how the jungle stuff felt very Scavenger's Reign, the episode was a lot of rough, very wordy, and kind of poorly performed dialogue, compounded by the fact that Amandla Stenberg is just so flat. For me, her performance in both roles is the weak link of this series. And that's a big problem because the show rests on her shoulders. There was also some inconsistency in the writing. Yord says to Osha, "I've known you since we were younglings. May has always been your wound." But I thought that no one knew she had a twin. And then May's POV shift in the episode felt really abrupt, and the answer to the Sith mystery became very obvious by the end of episode 4. Which is why I'm glad they revealed it pretty quickly in episode 5. Episode 5, honestly, is exactly what I want out of Star Wars. The dueling and fight choreography throughout the entire episode was spectacular. The villain is a badass and gave us 2 truly shocking moments. And that performance was also incredible. I just really appreciated the show for not pulling its punches here. I'm also digging how The Acolyte is echoing the prequels by interrogating the dogma of the Jedi. I'm still finding Lee Jung-jae's soul to be a really compelling character and performance, and I'm interested to see the reveal that's coming for him. The Acolyte is far from perfect, but enough of it is working for me to keep going.